Welcome to Earthtide Studios. I'm Zach Knight, and this video is about sneaky vocal delay. So we're back at it again, guys, and in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of cool sneaky tricks involving delay that I've been using in my vocal reverbs lately that you might be surprised about, but honestly, it's pretty straightforward and it's very cool. We also have a free vocal production course that teaches you the basics of recording, editing, and mixing. If you want that, just click the link below, but for now, let's get into the session. So we're here in the session and we've got a great female vocal here on this track GVO by Disillusioned, and I'm just going to show you what it sounds like with my main reverb that I'm running currently at the moment.
Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing.
So as you can hear, it sounds kind of cool. It's got its own unique space, and there's a few interesting things going on here. So we're just running the one reverb currently at the moment, and we're going to have a look at the chain of plugins that we've got going on for that actual reverb. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm actually running Waves de-esser. Now I'm doing this in stereo, and the reason that I'm doing this is because I don't want any weird S's, T's, and P's appearing in my reverb trail. The reverb is meant to be this nice way of accentuating the vocals. You don't want anything distracting, and it's hitting it pretty hard. Let's check out what that looks like.
Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing.
So this is specifically designed to help get rid of all the S's, T's, and P's running in the reverb trail. It's something that I do on most of my reverbs at the start of the chain. I absolutely would recommend doing it if you're not doing it already. It doesn't have to be the Waves de-esser. You can use any de-esser. Now, next up in the chain, I'm actually running a stereo delay. Now, this is the stock Cubase delay. You can use any stereo delay that you want. The kicker is, though, this is a reverb synth, and I'm actually using a delay as the majority of my effects. And the reason I'm doing this is it's because it's giving the vocal this weird, cool, interesting space. Essentially, reverbs have a habit of being super washed out. So what I'm doing is I'm giving a lot more space for the vocal to sound like it's super reverby, but it's actually not too crazy by utilizing a delay. So what we've got here is we've got this running on 8th delays here, synced to the song. It's 100% wet on both sides. The left side is panned all the way to the left, right side is panned all the way to the right. Feedback is on 0, and it's rolling off the high end after 15K. What this is doing is it's providing a slapback delay, really wet to the vocal. Let's have a listen.
Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing.
It sounds way over the top, and it sounds like it's essentially not going to really work with the song. But there's a few extra things that we're going to do, and then you'll hear why it works really well. Next up in the chain, I'm running the actual reverb for my main reverb. Now, I'm using Valhalla Vintage Verb. I personally love a lot of the Valhalla gear, and in this particular case, I'm using the Vintage Verb. I'm running the mix at 100% wet. I've got the decay about 2.2 seconds. After that, I also have got this running here on the color now, which just means that it's making sure that it is not having any downsampling. I'm actually rolling off the high end all the way at 1860. So rolling off a lot of the high end and rolling off the low end at 490. We're going to have a listen to see what that sounds like.
Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing.
Now I'm just going to go back and I'm going to turn off Valhalla Vintage Verb so you can listen to what it sounded like with a delay. And then I'm going to turn it on as the vocal is going so you can hear just how much difference the reverb is doing.
Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing.
That's a huge difference. All of a sudden now you've got all of this cool reverb vibe that's going on with the vocal, obviously because we've put a reverb plugin on, but the vocal has its own unique space. Just as an experiment, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the delay off, and I'm going to show you what would sound like just if it had the reverb on its own.
Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, 7 well-articulated self-loathing.
It's very subtle, but the delay is basically giving the vocal a lot more unique space. And lastly in the chain, I'm running FabFilter Pro Q3. This is a standard thing that I do on most of my delays, where I'm just simply rolling off the low end here at 400 Hertz, 12 dB an octave, and the high end here at 5K at 12 dB an octave as well. So what we're going to do now is have a listen to what that sounds like with everything on.
Good vibes only, seven well-articulated self-loathing. Good vibes only, seven well-articulated self-loathing.
So damn awesome. So there you go. Turns out you can use delay to be able to actually make your vocal reverbs and also to accentuate things and have them sound a little bit different and give them their own cool, unique space. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want one-on-one help to become a complete beast at vocal production to help you release better music, land more clients, and grow your career, then click the link below and I'll connect with you. But for now, take it easy.
Bye!